So let's talk about the Napoli. He might be a pooper. We'll redraw at the end of this replay if we need to. So Napoli, in clan battles, really good on the sides. It's got the smoke. It's got sap secondaries. It's got decent AP. Right? All that good stuff. Strong side armor. Torpedoes that reach out pretty far. It's got a lot going for it. Now, let's take a look real briefly at CasualTeaDrinker's build. This is a clan battle, so we'll treat it accordingly. But you've gone for main armaments, you've gone for damage control, secondaries, propulsion, concealment, main battery. Secondaries is sap secondaries, so makes perfect sense. They will penetrate far more, so why not build up the range? If this is Luigi Sansonetti, he does get a bonus to Gunfeeder, although we don't know if this is Luigi or not. I would imagine it is.
Maybe you can tell if you look at the ship.
If you're talking about like the flag or whatever?
Yeah, if you see the pennant.
He does not have any pennants flying. I'm looking right now. So either it's turned off or it's not Sansonetti. Sansonetti only helps with, in terms of the main Gunfeeder anyways.
Right, because the talent isn't activated in
Correct.
clan battles.
So you've got Last Stand, Consumables Enhancements, Superintendent, Concealment, Gunfeeder, Adrenaline Rush, Survivability, Radiolocation.
I didn't know Napoli needed Last Stand.
So, up here, if you notice, he doesn't have the engine room protection. So, maybe he's feeling like he needs to make sure that he's always covering his rudder, especially, right? So, that makes sense. Messi's here. Good. Okay. And then for flags, dead flag, ramming flag, fire flag, smoke consumables, yes, heal, boosting, secondary boosting, speed, and consumables. That's exactly what I would probably run in a clan battle Napoli. Alright, let's drop this. And because this is a clan battle, we're going to kind of do a more of a bird's eye view. Alright, and Messi, I'll get you your code in a moment. That way we can get another giveaway going and somebody else can win something too. There you go, dude.
Those teams, Annapolis as their super ship.
Right. In clan battles, you got the ability to take one super ship, so there you go. There you go, next giveaway going. Now there's a bit of a replay bug. You don't see the over target marker for the player's ship. So there's your Napoli, but it's hard to see. Generally in a competitive environment, and randoms too, you're going to take your Napoli and you're going to put that Napoli off on the flank someplace. So as you can see, T-Drinker is being sent to the complete flank, and this is against YKO. Now, this is part of the Kraken YOLO environment. YKO, I think, is like the third or fourth tier in terms of like overall skill and whatnot in that ecosystem.
It's also that Bravo team.
Yep. So, okay.
I like the IDS real no translate no. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Right. So Montana versus Montana, Annapolis versus Annapolis. You have Moskva, Stalingrad, Napoli versus Goliath, Marseille, Napoli. Gearing, Marceau versus Gearing and Daring. It's a very even matchup, I would say, in terms of ships.
Goliath is interesting.
Well, Goliath is good at farming, so if I see a Goliath, especially a kite away Goliath, I would expect him to be the kite side of the flank. So as soon as I see that, CasualTeaDrinker should immediately think I need to kite away at A, and you can see he's doing exactly that. He's turning away. It's the Dirty Water song! Hey, cheers, Duckman. Thank you guys all for coming and being here today. It's a tough day. It's a tough time when you wake up and decide, I think it's time to say goodbye to somebody. You're located by one target, by the way. Grunty, we were trying to figure out if that radio locator mod works in replays.
Yeah.
It looks like it does.
That's cool. Very,
Right.
very neat mod. Probably especially helpful for ranked and clan battles.
I would think so, yes. T-Drinker now, remember, he's got radio location. He's out by himself, so he can point out where things are coming. Conga line torpedoes at B on the Moskva, so the daring is at B. That means a gearing is at A. You had to set Stevie with me? How did you guys get B? I missed it. Must have been maybe the gearing that went into B and got it.
I wasn't paying attention to
I
that
know,
either,
I
to be
wasn't
honest.
either. That was a very early quick cap. Now, A is being capped.
Maybe the Marceau went quickly in?
Or so. Okay, thank you.
Maybe. I would just...
No, that's what Patton said. Perfect. That makes sense, yeah.
Oh, hadn't...
Now, Knight is in trouble. He's already down to half health. He's backed off quite a bit. And he's now showing broadside to whatever's shooting him in the A cap. There's the daring, there's the radar. Took a while, I think it's a bit of a late radar for Knight. I would have liked to have seen him radar earlier. And it's a Napoli as well. So Napoli will absolutely wreck Moscow with AP to his broadside. He's about to die right here. Whack, there he goes. There goes the radar, so now the Marceau has to kill White Knight's daring as soon as possible. You understand Stevie's quality of life is gone and you're making a difficult decision. Hey, thank you. Now, I want to say his quality of life is... Yeah, it's mostly gone. John likes games. Dude, hey. Why is T so wide? Honestly, I understand if when I see a Goliath, I'm thinking that's the kite side, which means the A is the push side. So I understand the decision to go back off. I do. John, welcome aboard. We are doing a clan battle. This is replay analysis in World of Warships. So I'm trying to teach people. And we're looking at the most competitive type of game mode in this game. There's a shout out for John Like Games. Now, Grunty, I know you used to play Magic the Gathering Arena. Do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're looking for somebody to watch, check out John right there. The link's in chat. He streams Magic the Gathering Arena. He's also very similar to my age, maybe our age, I don't know. So that's cool. Let's get into your vision here. On the Marsilli, you got AP loaded. Marsilli is obviously going to turn. I might have actually held that salvo and pop my smoke to try to curve in and get on his side. Moscow was pincered by Napoli that wasn't contested or spotted. Exactly, that's true, Patton. So if he was up closer, he probably would have spotted the Moskva. But I understand the idea about being very cautious, seeing that Goliath there. You've never played World of Warships, so you're excited to see how it plays. Tons of hours in World of Tanks, though. There you go, there you go. So, this is like the pinnacle of where it gets in clan battles. All right, so you're gonna try for the dodge. You got the dodge. You got the turret. Hurry up and turn, or don't. It's up to you. If you turn quickly enough, you can get torpedoes on the Marsilli. You absolutely need to fire widespread, in my opinion. You did narrow, okay. I would have gone widespread.
Yeah, I don't think these scopes have a chance of hitting.
No. No, that was a panic fire.
I'm quite frankly surprised he didn't fire these torpedoes while he was approaching the Marseille. He could have launched them bow on there. He almost had the angle. He only had to turn like a tiny bit more to get them off there.
Now, the other thing is, too, you keep shooting your main guns. Stop shooting your main guns and make inky. It's time to smoke up and maneuver, in my opinion.
The problem is, if he makes the inky here, who's spotting that Marseille?
You can put your plane up. Fortunately, the Marseille is just completely running away from you. Plane, 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 plane. Why aren't you planing? Very delayed reaction there. Okay. Marseille was dead because Marseille had guns turned wrong. Yes, he was hoping for the ram and he missed it. That was his problem. Don't shoot the Napoli here. Get all your guns on, then shoot the Napoli. What were you saying, Grunty?
The problem with putting the plane up and making the ink earlier is that the Marseille is still in the AA range and can shoot down the plane super quickly.
I mean, I get that the smoke is for making plays. I just felt like right there, he could have gotten away with more health if he had smoked. Put the spotter up and just let the secondaries go to town on the Marseille. There's the daring. Secondary focus on the daring. And Eps. Oh. Oh. I guess you weren't ready with your shells. You had HE in the barrels. Now you're switching to AP.
You still
Torpedoes?
Have the yeah, you still have the torps on the left side, right? You fired the right side earlier.
Yeah. Widespread them. Widespread them. And the reason I say widespread, guys, is because at a close range like this, there's a lot of value, I'd say, in forcing the enemy to react to them as opposed to trying to hit with all of them. Alright, well, nice kill. You're very fortunate that this Napoli didn't have torpedoes ready to go on you. Or main battery guns, for that matter. I mean, wow. You had to turn in there so starboard side torps didn't have an angle. Yeah. Now with that, that's 2 ships that you have dumpstered. So hopefully the rest of your team can handle this. They've already lost 2 ships themselves. They lost their Marceau and the Moskva. We talked about the Moskva earlier. And you want to go into the cap now that you know the daring is in there? I don't like this.
I would have at least waited until my heal is up again.
Until your next heal. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's quite frankly no need to make this play right now. The C cap is firmly yours. You're already capping the B cap. So... And you're ahead on ships and points, so why go for the 3rd cap here?
I'd say if you had to, if you absolutely had to, go into the cap and stop while you're either bow or stern on, get the cap for free, and then relocate as needed. Daring smokes up, you hit him, didn't get the kill. Alright, that'll kill him. LOL, 5 ricochets because you had AP in the barrels. What were you thinking? I thought you still had HE in because the destroyer you're looking at.
He probably thought so too.
Playing out to try to get his ASW going, or his anti-air going. There's the Hydra from the daring. You can't make inky anymore. There he is. Now is when you pop... Never mind. Napolis radared. This is good death pick music, right?
I think he's fine. As long as he manages to stop here.
The problem is the Annapolis radar. Depending where the Annapolis is, but I mean, yeah, you're up 2 ships now. So,
I don't think anybody can shoot him here.
no. Goliath is all the way on the border. This feels like something that was played in Band of Brothers.
I'm quite amazed by this game as a whole. Like, YKO quickly picked that Moscow off for basically nothing.
Right.
And then everything went wrong for the, or
So-
right for Evil's team.
So, I would look at it as this is an example of strats being very helpful, right? YKO had the strats in place to make this work. Unfortunately, in terms of the individual players and those decisions, in the close encounters, they made the wrong decisions. And that is ultimately why CasualTeaDrinker won. I'm not trying to take anything away from CasualTeaDrinker or KSC, KSD, whatever KS clan it was, right? But it's an example of execution versus planning. Planning is what got the Mosfa killed. Execution is what got KSD or KSC, whatever, CasualTeaDrinker's team, the win. And I think that's a great way to highlight how clan battles is so powerful. Because you can learn the strategies, right? But if you don't necessarily understand the nuances, the individual ship-to-ship combat, this is what happens. That's a great replay. Obviously, your team score is going to be the same, but look at it. You got 3 kills, Annapolis got 1. I mean, it's a good game.
Let's see the secondary damage. I'm quite curious. 48,000.
48,000. So on the Marseille, I have a feeling he got a, yeah, 189 for 37,500. Again, Sap's shells and Marseille, it's gonna eat through it like paper. So that makes perfect sense. And then the Napoli, against the Napoli, 49 hits for 5k, not as good. Yeah, that's odd. They all get the same, but the game has secretly ranked them in order of what they really did. Yeah.
Isn't that order random?
I don't know.
I always thought that order was random.
10 sap shells for 6,000 here. Not bad. But again, let's go back to this. I mean, you were in a position where you thought the enemy was going to push at A. I would have thought the same thing based off where the Goliath was spotted. And they kind of didn't. They kind of did an even Steven A and C push. Which is not a good idea. Oh well.
Like you said earlier, like the Goliath uses the kiting cruiser, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, when you said that, I was wondering, like, why would you then use a Napoli and a Goliath to on the team comp? Like, one of them gotta be a pushing cruiser, right?
Correct. Correct. One side is push, one side is kite. And it feels like... It feels very odd. I need to turn the music down, sorry. It feels very odd that we see this.
I mean, right now, when you see the position of the Montana when it got spotted, it's kind of obvious that the enemy team actually wanted to play BC, kind of, right? Like, why would you put your Montana there if you actually want to play for the A cap?
But going back to what Patton just said, Goliath really can't push. Goliath is kite. So when I see a Montana there, I just have confusion. Now, Napoli does get A. And Marseille is in A. And I guess they just thought they were going to win that. But if you look at Patton, he stayed behind the island long enough to allow the Napoli to leave. And I think that's really the crux of this replay is... He let the Napoli leave, and by letting the Napoli leave, he was able to focus down the Marseille. Sucks that he get beached and missed his torpedoes, but hey, you know, not everybody can be perfect. And then he backs off. He gets the kill here on the Marseille. Napoli, as you can see, has turned around, realizing, holy crap, we've left a ship by itself. And then he himself dies to this Napoli. So this is a great example of just Patton doing really good work. Look at the Goliath. The Goliath is kiting away. The Montana's kiting away. The push was at A for YKO. And one individual person stopped that push. Yes, CasualTeaDrinker. That's correct, Patton. Sorry, did I say your name? If I said it, I'm sorry.
It all came down to the Marseille not getting the ram there, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I think the reason he didn't get it was he was too close to the island, so he couldn't actually turn in time without beaching himself there.
Now, the other thing is, he also didn't slow down. 3 or 4. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Patton. It's because you're talking, and usually CasualTeaDrinker's talking too in chat, so that's my bad. What the Marseille should have done is actually slow down. He didn't. He stayed full speed. If he slowed down, that might have given him time to get his turrets turned to do something. GTI 1986, thank you for the follow. But, you know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's a great clan battle. I really enjoyed it. What are we gonna put for the title here? Walk of Life. I like it. It's really a one-man defense, right? Yeah, slow down and fortify the H3 island. Force T-Drinker to push. Right, exactly, Pat. And instead the Marseille, and it could be an experience, who knows what, but he charged.
These guys had no idea I was even there. He might have even gotten lucky in a way, like he chucked torpedoes into the A-cap, and these torpedoes must have gone unspotted too.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise they would have known he was there.
Behind enemy lines, okay.
There went a lot of things right for him.
And now, keep in mind, he beaches, right? He's broadside to a Napoli for a good period of time. He screws up his torpedo. There's a lot of things that he does wrong, and he still manages to bring up that win. I mean, it's a very good game. Very good game. All right, Joe, I don't know if there's anything else to bring up, but big thanks to CasualTeaDrinker for sending this one in. This was a fantastic clan battle game to look at. Mike Fett wants me to pet Stevie. I'll do so. I'm going to have to do it off stream, though. Blade68, thank you for the follow. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and go into what I call lurk mode. We're over 100, so we're going to go ahead and do that for a bit.